Let's bring in our senior judicial analyst, Judge Andrew Napolitano. We're going to talk all things here about what's happened over the last 24 hours. Judge, great to have you on here. President Biden saying that the suspect in the New Orleans attack posted videos suggesting that he was inspired by ISIS just hours earlier. Watch this.
The FBI also reported to me that mere hours before the attack, he posted videos on social media indicating that he was inspired by ISIS, expressing a desire to kill. The ISIS flag was found in his vehicle, which he rented to conduct this attack.
So Jabbar also had 2 prior misdemeanors for driving with an invalid license and theft. Why wasn't any of this monitored by the FBI, more specifically in the hours leading up to this attack?
Yeah, great question, John. I mean, the National Security Administration, that's America's 60,000 person strong domestic spying entity, captures every keystroke on every laptop, desktop, and mobile device in the country. They don't listen to it in real time because they don't have the resources for it, but they have it. They should have known what this guy was up to. Why are they spying on us if they don't use that information to keep us safe? So the FBI is going to be criticized for that. Were there warning signs? There were. Now, hindsight, of course, is always 20/20, and we can see today what those warning signs were. But we know that he was considered a troublemaker in the military for making un-American comments in the military, and now we know that he was devoted to ISIS and posted on social media he was going to kill some people. Someone should have seen that, put 2 and 2 together, and stopped him.
The other question is, why did it take the FBI so long to investigate this as a terror attack when at first they said it wasn't? He ran through a crowd of people with a truck, had guns, had explosives, not to mention the flag that was with the truck as well.
The FBI has a tremendous amount of resources there. I've been very critical of the FBI, as you know. You and I have done this together. But they have amassed a huge presence in New Orleans today. I don't know why the original FBI agent who spoke, a woman who was the head of the FBI, the resident head of the FBI in New Orleans, said it's not an act of terrorism, when the head of the FBI terror team, who works in Washington, flew in last night to New Orleans. He's the one that gave that presser that we all watched about an hour ago, and he said it was an act of terrorism. The word terrorism, John, has a ring to it that terrifies people. It makes them think this is 9/11 coming again. Somebody else is behind us. There are others out there. So at the same time that Chris Rea, that's the head of the FBI Terrorism Task Force, said this was clearly an act of terrorism, he also said this was a lone wolf. You have to be wary of these things happening again, but there are not people running around New Orleans who helped this guy. I was quite surprised at the confidence with which he said that, but I have to give him the benefit of the doubt because he has so much manpower on the ground in New Orleans, and this is what they have concluded from the evidence they've gathered.
What do you think about this? We talk about radical Islam, and time again, this stuff gets posted on social media. Do you not think that the FBI should be looking more specifically at that, conversations that are happening, and just sort of zeroing in on some of those people that are being radical online?
Well, there's only so much the FBI can do. I mean, they can, without a warrant, look at things that are public and published, but things that are private. This guy talking to his collaborators, if there were collaborators, and of course the FBI says there weren't, that would require a search warrant. That would require probable cause of crime to persuade the judge to sign the search warrant. Again, I don't want to defend the government apparatus. I think there's too much spying going on. But if you're going to spy on people, at least put it to good use, rather than just spying it and storing it somewhere. This was not put to any good use. The telltale signs were there, John.
Information. Truth. Is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.